Williamson is 10 times the world champion. Bax and Stupilis, they've done it again. Unbelievable. Marvin van Lukenen certainly deserves the red plate. And what an incredible sport this is. Fast, high and spectacular. Unbelievable.
Hello and welcome. We're back in the Czech Republic for round 12 of the 2023 FIM Sidecarcross World Championship. We're in Loket. That means elbow, named after the shape of the Ora River, which flows through this 13th century fairy tale town. There's the elbow. And this is some of the architecture. The motocross track is just outside. What a picturesque spot. It's been a very busy year for these boys, with Marvin van Lukenen and Nicolas Mousset sealing the early thunder in the season. We were in the Iberian Peninsula, Spain and Portugal first time. Holland proved to be disappointed for Gerben, but Koen Hermans reigned supreme. He was going to be strong, but his season fell apart later in the year, as you will see. France was another success for Nicolas Mousset and van Lukenen. Koen Hermans and Ben van der Bergart were not out of it by any means, but we were still waiting for Etienne Bax and André Chermak to play their hand. Well, that came next, I can tell you. Poland was an amazing weekend for them, and their comeback charge was on target. And for that matter, it still is very much so. But van Lukenen was still strong. Bax, having taken glory in Poland, could he do it again in Lommel? You bet he could. He was strong in the sand. He and Chermak absolutely fighting back. They were coming, and coming fast. Germany proved to be another really hard race. This has been such a long season. The guys have travelled the lengths and breadths of Europe, from the Iberian Peninsula all the way to the Baltics and back again. First time for many years to Northern Ireland. Bax had to play second fiddle and draw level with van Lukenen, one race apiece. The same when we went to England, one race apiece, and still the 18-point gap coming here.
Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard come here to Loket in fourth place, having closed the gap on Koen Hermans. Last time out, he scored a 0-0. But Brett, in fairness, there's a bit of a challenge coming up from behind now, isn't there?
Yeah, we've got two teams coming from 6th and 5th, so yeah, we need a good weekend here really to get that points gap that we lost in the second heat in England, and yeah, hopefully we can make a little bit of space between us.
Yeah, it didn't go all your way at Cuss's Gorse, did it, particularly in race 2?
No, first race was got hit hard off the start, which pushed me over into Prummer, and the first thing I thought was I broke my finger again. But we got going again and come through well to 5th, I think. And then second heat, yeah, we was running good in second. Probably would have finished 3rd. And yeah, we got took out by another team. But yeah, that's how it is. So yeah.
Justin Kerben and Dion Rietman are certainly on target to improve on the number 7 they've been carrying all season. Justin, the gap now between you and 4th place is only 19 points. Leeuwardis boys are in between you. What chance have you got of closing that gap?
The chances are pretty good. I like the track this weekend, Loket. It's again a high-speed track with a lot of jumps, so I'm looking forward to catch some points back on the young boys and maybe also on Wilkinson, and then to catch P4 maybe.
You've definitely got the speed. You've had a bit of bad luck in the last 2 Grand Prix. It hasn't gone your way. Maybe this is your lucky weekend.
Yeah, we hope so. I hope we had some minor problems, but which cost us a lot of points. The Kickstarter broke. Yeah, that are things that we cannot oversee, you know, on forehand. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, but it's Sidecarcross, so they can also have problems, and then we are back in the hunt. So.
Daniel and Bruno Leeuwardis' brilliant ride in England moved them to within 14 points of 4th place and Brett Wilkinson. Surely, Daniel, that must now be your goal, to close on Brett.
Yeah, it's definitely our goal now. This week we'll try to close the gap even more, so maybe in 2 races we can get to the top 4 spot, but yeah, it's our goal now, and we're happy that we're in 5th place.
What did that podium in England do for your confidence?
It definitely gave us a lot. I think now every week we feel that we can get the top 3 if we get good starts. But yeah, we were really happy, and it was a good race.
This is a spectacular track here at Loket, tailor-made for motocross, MXGP, sidecars, whatever. There's no better person to go through it with than Andre Chermak. It's home ground for him.
Yeah.
Just look at that, but we're coming this way, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we are on the finish line, and we can see from this place a lot of nice section and a lot of nice also the start line. And I think for the people and for the spectators here for tomorrow, it's so nice competition to see. Yeah.
What about the jumps? Because I talked about MXGP. I mean, are these jumps designed for solos, or do they work for sidecars?
I think they still keep it how it's for the solos, but maybe some kind of the jumps it's be a little bit smaller. But I think they still keep it how it's for the MXGP races.
You must be quite proud, really, to have the quality of motocross tracks in the Czech Republic that you do.
Yeah, exactly. That is nice if we can use the same kind of, or the same kind of the track how it's for the MotoGP or for the MXGP.
Well, is it too narrow, or is it perfectly okay? Is there a place to pass, or is it difficult?
I think it's a lot of technical section, and if you push for the 30 minutes, I think every time you can find a good position to overtake it, and you can make a pressure to the front. Of course, every time it's possible to overtake.
It's been so hot. I mean, I won't ask about the conditions when you're racing, but it's been so hot. There's bound to be water put down for tomorrow to keep the dust down. Is that going to be a problem?
I think for every time it's start of the race, if a little slippery, they have to make a care for some corners, but I think it's necessary to put little water on, and I think for everybody it will be same, and it's good also for this organizer to have this kind of the feeling.
Andre, the weather we're experiencing at the moment, I mean, we've been about 30 degrees today, and you've done a long race in it. You've got 2 30-minute races tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How will you cope with that?
Yeah, I think it will be so tough for everybody, but we have to do it how it is. Yeah, every time you cannot any chance, and I think if you follow all season, this it's not so big problem to continue also this kind of the weather.
Well, here we are at the top of yet another jump, and this time you're away off this one, and that is a big one down here, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I saw you overtake over there. That was
yeah, exactly. This is the typical jump to have the good heart, to open the gas and only fly. But I think this is for the spectacular. It's so nice to see this kind of the jumps, and it's many jumps on this track. It's to have and to see from the spectators.
Well, it is really spectacular. It's fantastic. I'm looking forward to the 2 races tomorrow. I'm sure you are.
Me too.
Maybe a little bit nervous.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, now it's till the end, the championat. But I think for everyone, it can be a little nervous. Then we will see. Yeah, we hope for best of our team.
Good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Group A qualification then, 20 minutes plus 2 laps, and away they go, 15 go off the line. It's always a massive crash. That looked like Adrian Petter, but who's got the whole shot? Marvin van Lukenen into the lead. Round the outside goes Marco Heinz. Oh, Marco Heinz up the bank. He and Rudy Betschart. What a big crash that was. Hope they're okay. That was a massive crash, but that slowed everybody down behind. That just gave them that little breathing space at the front. Van Lukenen his way. Koen Hermans is there as well, chasing Leeuwbardis. The Leeuwbardis boys, you heard in their interview, they are so inspired at the moment. Koen Hermans, Ben van den Boogaard have had rotten luck, 0-0 last time out. They are still in 3rd place in the standings, but they need a good gate pace tomorrow and get some points back to protect that, because Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard are coming in the points. They're chasing them. Hermans, Ben van den Boogaard, Stefan Weyers, Loke van der Putten. That looked like Van der Lagermaat, was it? Yes, it was. Tom van der Lagermaat. He's going really well here. Tom van der Lagermaat, Han van Haal. Fantastic start for the 99 boys. Here they come. They're the Weinman brothers, Davy Sanders, Luke Rostang, jumping past them on their Mega. Mega two-strokes, about 5 of them here. We've got 8 Zabels. Oh no! Not again! Hermans van den Bogart sidelined with mechanical problems. And that's Leobardis as well. What's going on here, boys? Come on. This is a qualifying race. What's going on? Leobardis has dropped back down the order, so he's going to have to work for it. Maybe they're coming together with Hermans. I didn't see that. But Stefan Wise, Loke van der Putten, the 418 crew, right on the back now of Daniel and Bruno Leobardis in their vivid blue strip. Look at this track, the way it's opening out, isn't it? Fantastic. Oh yes, Marco Heinz, Rudy Petschart back on 3 wheels. Good to see them rolling. They're coming up what looks to me like Devil Dare, the Frenchman. Looks to be the 47 crew. And Davy Sanders, Luke Rostang absolutely charging now ahead of Stefan Wise. Sanders on the Mega. There it is, the number 9. Throws it into the left-hander. Stefan Wise, Loke van der Putten going strongly here, I have to say. They are looking really good. They're mid-pack and really chasing hard. There they are, orange trousers, all high in there. That was a lovely, lovely jump. This is so hot, I can tell you. It's about 30 degrees here. Very hot. How they're going to do this 20 minutes and 2 laps, I have no idea. But doing it they are, and doing it very, very well. Riding with Stefan Wise then. Still Sanders. Sanders fast here. He is now pushing well up to 3rd place. Davy Sanders strong all the way through the championship. There's the race leader, Marvin van Lukkelen. Van Lukkelen now among the tail enders. That's another of the German crews just relegated there in their orange and blue, the same as Tim Prumer. Leobardis now charging through and making good headway as well. As he got himself in front of Sanders when he's still down among the back markers here, still fighting through Leobardis. Gonna have to really, really get his finger out here. But a podium last time out was great for them. Van Lukkelen, Nicolas Mousset charging here now. They are well clear. Well clear. They are way, way, way out in the lead. And that's all it takes. Victory for them. Leobardis brings it home in 2nd place, having caught and passed Davy Sanders. And here comes Davy Sanders, Luke Rostang. So 3rd for them. That's a good grid slot for the GP races tomorrow. Con van der Lagerbach and Van Hal in 4th. There it is confirmed. Van Lukkelen, Leobardis, Sanders, Con van der Lagerbach. Joshua Noah Weinman, 5th. Good for the left-hand chair of the German boys. Heinz recovered from bog last to 6th. Fair play. Fair play to the Swiss.
Tom, what a brilliant ride. 4th in what must have been unbearable conditions.
Yeah, really tough conditions. Really hot out here, but personally I enjoying hot weather because I know I'm strong then. Strong like always, and other competitors struggle with the heat. So yeah, for me it can be 35 degrees tomorrow, no problem.
It was a great start and you just held it. You hung in there and just fought all the way.
Yeah, that's true. We after lap 2 we were in 4th position. Only Sanders passed us, but we managed to pass Wires 3 laps later. So couldn't maintain the speed of Sanders. So he made a little gap on us, but we are really happy with our 4th place finish. So.
Polly B then. Bax is in this one. Bax and Chermak. Who's going to get the whole shot? Well, dare I ask? Tim Prumer, Ronald Le Breton. And that's Daniel Williamson and Michael Gabor. He's got a Czech passenger in this weekend. Mikkel Gabor and Bax is in third. Then it's Kerben. Then it's Wilkinson now, up into fourth place. The left-hand chair, Wilkinson and Joe Millard. Over the top they come. Tim Brummer, amazing at big KTM, once again punching up the straight. Bax now right on the back of Daniel Williamson, who gated so well here last year. He's done it again. The master of getting out of the gate, and I've said it many times, you don't become a 10 times world champion if you can't get it off the line. Kerben, Dion Rietman, number 7. Kerben and Dion Rietman right on the back now of Brett Wilkinson, still ahead of their midst Bax. Williamson doing an absolutely great job, the 1-1-1. He knows what it's like to run at the front of a race, has done it so many times. It took him 18 seasons to get his 10 titles, so he knows what it's all about. And doesn't he go well? Round the outside then, Etienne Bax, Henri Shermack. But in the meantime, Tim Brummer is still eking out a lead. The gap now about 6 lengths. Bax and Shermack on the back here. Came here 18 points behind Marvin van Lukenen. This race is not about points, it's about start places for the big GPs tomorrow. As you well know, those of you who follow this World Sidecarcross know the format. Qualify on Saturday, do the business on Sunday. Rodolphe Le Breton throwing himself out. Bax and alongside Brummer. Brummer's brave, he's on the inside line. Can he hold it? No, the answer is no. The 82 Husky goes round the outside, punches up the hill and over the top. Etienne Bax then in the lead. So he is doing in race 2 what Marvin van Lukenen and Nicol Umusay did in race 1. Danny Williamson slipping a little bit down the order now as the younger guns come through. Wilkinson and Millard going so well. There's Gert van Verven. Gert van Verven, Robert de Vena. That looks like the Prunier boys. Kilian and Emon Prunier. Difficult to get the numbers when they're going so quickly here. Here we have Wilkinson pulling a move on Tim Brummer. Side by side then, the left-hand chair working well, throws it in. He's got the slot. That's good. A little hand up, takes a rip off. Joe Millard, there it is. This left-hander then, and away up the hill. Joe Millard, vastly experienced passenger. Wilkinson from Hampshire. Joe Millard from Wiltshire, down there, edging towards the West Country. And Kilian Emon Prunier on the back of Gert van Verven, Robert de Vena. Once they get past the big Dutchman, what can they do? Can they move further up the order? Well, they're certainly on a charge. Here they go. Dan Foden, Ryan Humphrey, number 10 there. Here we are. Got them right as if on cue in our shot here. And moving up the order, going really well here. Are they going to be able to maintain this? Well, I hope so. The heat is incredible, I can tell you. Bax leads. Brett Wilkinson still now we're with Dan Foden. Dan Foden edging up towards 6th place here in Ryan Humphrey. Bax and Shermack on a mission here in Quali B. A good start guaranteed tomorrow. Are they home and dry? Well, it looks like it. They've got a fairly significant lead, making it look easy. The air horns are going. Prunier then looking now at the back of Daniel Williamson. I wonder if these young Frenchmen, when they were cutting their teeth in the French Championship, ever thought they would be dicing with the likes of Daniel Williamson and catching him. They got Dan Foden behind as well for company. Got to get past Daniel Williamson first before they can even think about Tim Brummer, who's ahead of him. And the 55 crew, Lucas Erlicher, Gordon Bauteur from Germany. Got quite a few German crews here, 6 in actual fact have come over the border. We're quite close to Germany. There, Tim and Sam Leffering, the number 75s. They haven't had the best of recent meetings, but they're in the top 10 here now. Justin Kerben as well, ahead of them. Kerben and Dion Rietman, 5 points behind the Lille Bardis boys. They now pass Tim Brummer. This is thick and fast, this entertainment here in Quali B. But that's it. Is it a done deal? Yes, it is. Victory for Bax and Shermack. Who's in second place? Well, it's Brett Wilkins and Joe Millard. Fantastic result for the British crew. That will do them no harm at all, and it tells us that they like the track. It suits the left-hand sidecar. Third place for Kerbin. There it is. Top three, you saw it. Brunier made it up to fourth, having passed Bruma. Another one of his brilliant starts. Holds him in good stead throughout the race. Foden, Humphrey in sixth. Gert van Verven Willemsen down to eighth. No disgrace though. Elke Leffering.
Lucas, a very good race, a hard race, and you were with Tim Lefferink all race long.
Oh yeah, it was a good race for us, and I can fight for position 9 and go to the top 10. Yeah, it was a hard track, and yeah, it was nice.
Switzerland has a very strong tradition of sidecar motocross with world champions along the way. Most of them, in fact, virtually all of them, with left-hand sidecars. And that tradition has been continued with Marco Heinze and Rudi Betschart with a left-hand sidecar, a KTM. How do you find, Marco, racing with a left-hand sidecar against about 90% of everybody else on the right?
Yes, we beginning with the left side cars, and then we drive wider and wider. But it's good for us for passing with the other teams. But for us it's normally.
Rudy, how many years have you two been racing together?
Together we drive about 10 years, huh?
Really?
Starting in 2014, yes. Yeah.
So nearly 10 years. When did you start? When did your sidecar cross career start?
At the same year we starting together from the beginning, yeah.
Did you ever drive solo?
No, nothing.
Straight as passenger?
Yes. Since I was a kind, I go watching the races, and when I was older, yeah, we starting with sidecar motocross.
And Marco, were you always a sidecar driver, or did you race solo before?
Before a little, my father driving a little bit sidecar, then I make the passenger. In the beginning, 1-2 races in the year, not so many, and then we started together. I drive no solo, I can't solo, this is no, I don't like this. Then yes, we started together.
Well, it's a good relationship because you're friends, you get on well. I say time and time again, you're always smiling.
Yeah.
So that's important to be friends as well. But you're also a very good driver, which is good to see, you know?
Yes.
You're always there.
It's good. Yeah, Rudi and we live 20 meters.
We are neighbors.
Neighbors. And we're going together in the school, and then, yeah.
KTM is your engine of choice now.
Yes.
But presumably you started with two-stroke.
Oh.
Always four-stroke.
Yes. We started with KTM from P-Power, and we ended KTM with P-Power.
Amazing. Swiss Championship. Let's talk about the Swiss. How strong is the Swiss Championship, Rudy?
It's not so bad, eh? This year with the Kaiser guys and also Hofmann, we had a good starting gear.
How many do you get on a typical championship grid? Do you get 25?
No.
Smaller?
10.
Really?
15, yeah. Yeah. So that's normal, yeah.
Sounds a little bit like the British is going that way as well. Why do you think it is that the numbers have declined? They dropped off. Why do you think?
I don't know. It's yeah. All the people can make thousands of things.
Too much choice.
It's too much choice, I think. Yeah, and sidecar crosses, especially, you need a lot of time, a lot of money. Yeah, you drive around Europe yeah, it's much of effort.
Marco, you're about to become a father, a family man. What will that mean for 2024? Will you do any racing or no racing?
No, I will race, but not so many races than this year. I think I will the Swiss Championship with my brother, and then we see next in 2 years. I hope the family is coming good, and then we see.
Onwards and upwards. You like Loket. Maybe in 2 days' time you will be smiling even bigger.
We hope so, yes.
We hope.
Well, thank you for joining us. You're good value. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very
Bye, Barry.
Welcome back to Loket in the Czech Republic for round 12 of this terrific 2023 World Sidecar Motocross Championship. The weather is unbelievably hot, even hotter than yesterday, and we're in this magical town, fairy tale town even. Loket means elbow, named after a bend in the river which resembles your own elbow. Just how pretty is the castle? The motocross track, not far away. It's time for business. Aerial view then, and the riders' presentation. All the officials get to meet the crowds first. A lot of children here, big family sport in the Czech Republic. There's the club president. And the riders introduced to the crowd, and then the typical autograph session where you get a signed photograph of a world champion. Brilliant stuff, all in the heat. Here's how they line up then, from qualifying, 2 groups, A and B, Van Lukener backs, Lil Bardis, all the way down, Tom van der Lagerman. What a great ride he and Van Hull have had. Kerben in there, Dion Rietman, and young Germans, Wyman. Quite a plethora of Germans have come over the border, so a good lineup. Marco Heinze, but for his big crash, would have been stronger. Foden, the French as well, and Daniel Willemsen there with the Czech in the sidecar, Michael Gabor. 30 riders line up, Polivka and Zalukel last of the bunch. Koen Hermans, what a disaster he's having. 20 minutes plus 2 laps then, and 2 lady passengers. Clémentine Tamry is one of them. She rides with Charlie Bonnet. Tense moments in this heat. If you see an umbrella, it's not for rain, it's to keep the sun away. Bax and Cermak poised. Cermak on local ground. 1 minute to go before these guys get ready for the off. Two rows then in this very narrow funnel at the end of this straight. Who's going to get the whole shot? Well, it's Pruma there again, but Van Lukener on the inside. Van Lukener from Bax, from Pruma. Wilkinson is left. Round the outside goes Marco Heinze. Not up the bank like he did in qualifying. Brilliant start by Van Lukener yet again. Look how they bunch up going through there. But if you're at the front, and there's been watering of course, the course preparation involves a fair amount of watering, you need to get out front. Tim Pruma, Rodolphe Le Breton with Marco Heinze sniffing at the inside. A Swiss duo going so strongly, it seems to suit the left-hand sidecars. Down the left goes Justin Kerben and Dion Rietman on the left-hand side, trying to get the inside line on Brett Wilkinson. Zabel of Van Lukener versus the Husky of Etienne Bax, the 82 reigning and defending world champion, whose time is now running out to retain this title. They come here separated by 18 points going into these 2 races. And 18 points and 6 races to close that gap. Pruma, the ever fast-starting Pruma, in 3rd place. There's Wilkinson. There, Kerben going over. I can see the French boys in the hunt. As well, the French boys are upside down. Prunier, Team Prunier, 94, upside down. Got in the loose stuff, and that's what happens. Chair flicks round and over you go. They've got to regroup and charge, but at the front, these 2 now pulling away. Bax realising that he has to try and get one over Marvin Van Lukener. Didn't manage to do it In qualifying, Van Luken are fractionally faster. These whoops as well are not regular. Andre Chermak was saying to me that it's not, oh, look at that bunch up. There's Visselink in there. That looks like Girardin, one of the Frenchmen. Tom van der Lagermaat is in there as well, and someone in black at the back of the bunch. Surely that wasn't the Prunier boys yet again. It's a bit tight on the bends. Oh, through goes Kerben on Wilkinson. Wilkinson and Joe Miller. The 199 team in the blue. They're going strongly, very, very strongly. Was that Dan Foden behind it? Didn't quite see. Let's have a look. But look now. There's a battle. 19 points separating these two. Kerben 19 points behind Brett Wilkinson, who sits in fourth in the standings. There, out of it, Daniel Willemsen and Mikkel Gabor, the Czech rider for a day, passenger for a day, if you like, standing in. And what a great job he's done with the 10 times world champion. Playing catch-up, Koen Hermans, Ben van den Bogart on the back of Christian Hendrick and Lenz. The Germans having a one-off ride, not living far away, just over the border. We are in South Bohemia, close to the German border here at Loket. Well, there's a German we know well. Through on Heinze goes Justin Kerben. He and Dion Rietman having a fantastic charge here, so they have now gone one place further up the order from Brett Wilkinson, who is behind Marco Heinze, I think. Coming into shot, surely, and Heinze fighting back. Not having any of it. There's Brett Wilkinson just coming in. That looks like Dan Foden just going out of shot there. Koen Hermans. Yeah, there it is. Dan Foden and Ryan Humphrey, the number 10. Koen Hermans. Oh, and they're in the deep stuff. They swung it round as well. And that's what happens. You get in the loose. You're in all sorts of trouble. So they've got to regroup. What's going on here? Is that Lil Bardis? Surely not. Something wrong somewhere. Can't see the number. They're all filled in at the front, but there's frantic work going on in pit lane, which is a very busy area. Koen Hermans, his season has fallen apart recently, still in third place in the championship. Stefan Wires, and the Lil Bardis boys now. So it wasn't the Lil Bardis boys in the pits, but they are stopped now. That's the mega two-stroke. Have they got it fired up? Come on, get it kicked up, get it away. Still Pruma ahead of Justin Kerben. The number 7, Kerben, looking at the inside of the German. He's going to make it down over the jumps because Kerben is braying over the jumps. He and Dion Rietman doing a fantastic job here. And look at Heinze, there's Brett Wilkinson dropped. So Kerben now is taking points out of Brett Wilkinson's 19-point advantage. And Brett will know that. Fortunately for him, the Lil Bardis boys have had their own share of troubles because they sit between Kerben and Wilkinson in the standings. Pruma then. Pruma round the outside of the back marker. Here recovering Dan Foden. And likewise the Lil Bardis boys. Daniel and Bruno Lil Bardis, 17 years of age, the Latvians, with another whole host of supporters here, an absolute army of Latvian supporters. Blue flag, get out of the way. The leaders are coming, the fast men are coming. I look over the shoulder for the tail ender there. That's the number 55 crew, that's Elika and Bourtour. We spoke to Elika earlier on in the weekend in an interview, another young German who's come over the border. Look over the shoulder and let's see if Van Lukener realises who's pressing him down. High in the air, checkered flag for Van Lukener. Bax brings it home in second place. There he is, Etienne Bax and Andre Chermak. We're looking for third. It's going to be Kerben. Kerben and Dion Rietman in third place after a hard-fought battle all the way from a fairly lowly start position. Who's going to come home in fourth? Well, Heinze. Confirmation of that, then there's your Heinze in fourth place. Top 3, we saw them over the jump. Wilkinson fifth, a good ride by Brett and Joe, but they've lost ground on Kerben. Kerben is closing on Pruma, Sanders. Lil Bardis is recovered, top 10 for Foden as well.
Rudy, that was a brilliant race, especially after such a big crash yesterday.
Yes, the race today was good. Good start and good pace, yes.
How do you cope with this heat? It is very, very hot. Do you notice it when you're racing?
Yeah, it's definitely, it's hot. I show it with water before the race and after the race, and yeah. Something else? No.
You are really, really good, really fast, both of you, and you're always there, always in the top 6, fighting. This track, did you like it?
I like the track. Yeah, it's yeah. We have fun on the track with the jumps and corners. It's good.
Well, brilliant. And more again in race 2.
I hope so. Thanks, Barry.
I'm with Zdeněk Dvořák, who is an unmistakable character. He's the president of the Automoto Club here at Loket and has been for many, many years. We want to find out a little bit more about the club and what his role is.
Takže my letos slavíme 50. výročí založení autoklubu a 50. výročí prvního závodu motokrosu, který se jelo v červnu roku 1973. Já jsem přišel v roce 85 a od roku 90. roku dělám předsedu automotoklubu Loket a ředitele závodu všech GPček. Začínali jsme mezinárodním závodem, kde bylo hodně Belgičanů, a začínal jsem vyloženě mistrovství Evropy 125 v 93. roce, pak 94. mistrovství Evropy 250 a v roce 1995 jsme začali první závod 500 mistrovství světa a od té doby jedeme pořád mistrovství světa. Sidecary jsme jeli poprvé 2001, kde jsme jeli mistrovství světa sidecar. Pak jsme dlouho nic nejeli, protože ta trať na to nebyla moc vyhovující. Jo, musí se to rozšířit, musí se rušit dvojskoky, takže loni jsme jeli po 20 letech poprvé zase mistrovství světa sidecar. Před 2 měsícema nebo měsícem GPčka a měli jsme úplně stejný vedro jako teďka. Ale dneska to je horší, protože nefouká vítr, ale dá se to, my to zvládneme.
Well, a fantastic race and tension building before race 2, which is coming up. What a ride by Justin Kerb and Dion Rietman. Absolutely terrific. Maybe Daniel Williamson will get better luck this time out, but he's now riding for fun and pleasure these days. Race 2 coming up. Here we go then. Who's going to get the start this time? Etienne Bax has to get the whole shot this time. Not let Van Lukenen, but look at Van Lukenen again. Bax is in there though, right behind him. Pruma did not get such a good start, but the Prunier boys did. The Prunier boys looking very, very strong here. Going through into 3rd place ahead of Justin Kerben. Wilkinson had a good one. Prima's in front of him. Tim Pruma, the German, leading Brett Wilkinson this time, but it's the same old duo at the front. Van Lukenen, Bax, Kerben, and then what a great start by the French champions. Kilian and Yvon Prunier, number 94. Tim Pruma comes next, then it's Brett Wilkinson. Dan Foden behind him. The Ilvardis boys in blue this time out, the 101. So Brett Wilkinson gained a few points on the Ilvardis boys. So he's got himself a bit of a breathing space. Back at the front, Van Lukenen, Etienne Bax, André Chermak. Van Lukenen, Nicolas Mousset, the French passenger of Van Lukenen, so vastly experienced. Such a pleasant man as well, family man. A lot of these guys are getting into the family zone. They all have children, those at the front, those at the sharp end. Nice to have the families in the paddock as well. It's always been the tradition with sidecar motocross, family sport. Kids grow up in the paddock and naturally they follow. Look at this battle now. Bax on the heels of Van Lukenen. He wants this one, he needs it. He's given away 3 points in race 1, so that championship distance is now 21 points. Bax is acutely aware of it. This has happened in the last 2 Grand Prix where they've taken 1 victory each. Koen-Hermans, Ben van den Bogart, a better start this time, but they're still having to work. They're not quite mid-pack, but they are well down the order, but still in 3rd in the title, still carrying that number 3. Not what they wanted, but I do believe that their championship hopes have now vanished. Not enough time left. And through goes another one, that'll do. I'll take that. Hermans goes up another place. Oh, look at these guys, the Germans, Pruma, and the Frenchman, Rodolphe Le Breton, with Lille Bardis now breathing down their necks. Podium last time out for the Lille Bardis boys. They are so strong. Getting stronger all the time. They are the future. There's no doubt about that. The number 47 crew, that's Artist Double Dare, French crew being passed, Double Dare and Alexandre Tourbier. A good number of French here as well. 9 nations competing. So a good spread of national representation. Dan Foden, number 10, Ryan Humphrey, with Marco Heinze and Rudy Betchart, 93, breathing down their necks as well. There's a lot of heavy breathing going on here. The ambient temperature about 34 degrees. Utterly exhausting. Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard, class act. Lying 4th in the championship and looking to retain that. They're now on the back of Kerben. So that's their nemesis, the number 7 crew in front. And Brett going through on the inside. Has he made it stick? Indeed he did. So needed that one, pulled a few points back again on Kerben. Brett and Joe. Strong performance, having their best season. Kerben though fighting back. Joe, a quick look over the shoulder before they drop it in to the left-hander. Left-hand chair versus right-hand chair. What a battle these are having. The Lille Bardis boys, these are the guys who are all fighting for 4th place in the standings. And at the moment, they are in the positions. No, they're not, because Brett is still in 4th in the standings. Again, now, Lille Bardis is going past Kerben. This is not what Brett Wilkinson wants. Either of these guys sniffing around. But he's in the pound seats at the moment. He is leading them on the track, so he's pulled back a few points. It is really close, this battle for 4th in the standings. And this battle in the race is close as well. Lille Bardis now moving through on Justin Kerben. So Justin Kerben slowing somewhat. Conditions here incredibly hot. Good crowd though. It's still Brett Wilkinson, Joe Miller. We're following these guys, and so we should be, because this is where the 4th place battle is. How fast the Latvians are over that jump. Oh, putting the sidecar wheel into Joe Millard's back. He didn't flinch. Tough little cookie. Joe Millard, been around a long time, knows the game, knows where to put himself, and is strong. In actual fact, if you're stocky, short and stocky, that's better from a passenger point of view. You don't have to flex your knees quite so much. Tall man as a passenger, which of course Joe Millard's father was, very tall man, can make hard work of it. Back with the Germans, Pruma and the German, and the Frenchman, Pruma and Le Breton. That's it then, Van Lukener on his way to the checkered flag, high in the air, double victory. 24 points now the gap over that man, Etienne Bax and Andre Chermak. Not what they wanted, but damage limitation. They've got to keep plugging. Lille Bardis home in 3rd place. What a ride for the young Latvians. Kerben's passenger Dion Rietman out on the ground. They're being treated for heat exhaustion, as I understand it. Brett Wilkinson then bringing it home in 4th place. Result confirmed. Van Lukener, Etienne Bax, Lille Bardis, Wilkinson 4th, brilliant. Bruniers, what a great race they had. Justin Kerben and Dion credited with 8th place there. Dan Foden, Hermans, these guys are Lapatre.
You and Joe, an absolutely outstanding result this weekend in a very tough situation.
It was such a hot day. Normally we're one of the fitter ones in the heat, but today was really hard. Half distance, then you start to think, yeah, now I'm getting hot. But yeah, we had a really good day and come away a little bit of gap now with the 5th place. So hopefully we can hold on to this 4th till the end of the year.
Andre, a fantastic performance, not the one you would have wanted, but 2nd best is not bad.
Yeah, exactly. What can be better? That we would like to push for the double for this weekend, but it was so difficult from the second position. We not took the whole shot, and from the second position always not easy to overtake on this kind of the technical section on the technical track. It was so hard to find the fastest line to overtake Marvin with Nico, but yeah, we would like to do the best. Now with for Bram this weekend is the second place, but we have 4 more races to the end. Then we hope to make pressure to him and to took the more points than he, and we would like to see the win at the end.
Marvin, fantastic job today. Double victory, overall victory, and stepping closer to the title.
Yeah, for sure, we're coming closer, but 4 races still to go, and I think we stay calm. And you know, it's still 4 races, so 100 points, it's a lot. And yeah, we do just our best like we're doing, and we also try to win in Germany. So yeah, let's see what it brings there.
What a brilliant weekend for Van Loket. So there, you see, 24 points the gap that they lead. Herman's still in third, but closing is Brett Wilkinson, Leelbardis. Justin Kerben drops to 6, and let me say at this point that Dion Rietman was taken to hospital. He's being treated in hospital. The signs are good. So all our best wishes and love go to Dion. Jan Vodenmeer, Ryan Humphrey, Jason Van Dahl wasn't here this weekend, but the Prunier boys did themselves proud. For them in France, well done. Well, it's been a brilliantly hot weekend here in Loket. Tough going. We move on now to Rodersberg in Germany for the penultimate round. Etienne Pax, his face says everything. He's got 4 races to claw back 24 points and move ahead. No wonder Nicolas Musset is smiling. From me, Barry Luckley, hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did, and we always do. Thanks for watching. Catch us next time.
And even when we bleed, still believe that we can win this. We got what's underneath. You're all about that image. We never even stop at the top, no limits. Champions, and we're the champions, and we're the champions, and we're the champions. So bring it on.
Williamson is 10 times the world champion. Pax and Stupilis, they've done it again. Unbelievable. Marvin Van Loket certainly deserves the red plate. And what an incredible sport this is. Fast, high and spectacular. Unbelievable.